All right, boys, so we just showed up to the O'Gara house at the thermal track. We're meeting up here and doing a driver's meeting and all that type of stuff, going over safety. And in this garage, they have some of their clients' cars that keep their cars at the track. And this is probably the craziest garage I've ever seen. I'm sure it will be probably one of the craziest garages you guys have ever seen. This is a great way to start today's video. This got me really excited. So I've seen Sennas before, no big deal. But the fact to see Senna GTRs, and not one, but 3 of them. So guys, for those who are not aware, the McLaren Senna is a beast of its own. Then they have the GTR. Now the GTR is so crazy, it's not even street legal. So it's more money than the normal one, and you can't even drive it on the street. It's just a track car. So a couple clients of O'Gara actually store them here at this facility, and there's 3 of them. There's actually a few crazy cars in here. One that we can't show, unfortunately, is that is a retired F1 car.
So the guys right there, did you not tell them about this morning yet?
No.
The guys right there, like, when you guys took out, did you like drift like in the intersection? Like, we all heard you and they were like, was that TJ? And I was like, no, like a car almost even hit us.
Yeah, we actually almost died this morning. We pulled out right out of the hotel parking lot and the light went green and we went through the intersection and someone wasn't paying attention, walked up all 4s and literally came flying by us and almost wrecked us. It was actually very scary. I didn't want to talk about it because it was still kind of freaking me out, but thank you for bringing it up.
I'm so sorry.
Urcon Super Trofeo. Never seen this in person before, like a full on. That is insane. Doing one of these builds would be so much fun, but I feel like sourcing this rear quarter panel and all this rear would be so hard to do. This is nasty. So rad. And notice too, guys, so when we had the Ferrari 458 GT3, pretty much the same thing. This is the Urcon. And look, it has the same type of carbon fiber everything, but Kevlar insides, just like our GT3 car. Just finished our driver's briefing. We're heading over to the track. I already got the car in track mode. I've been waiting to use this feature for so long. If you can't tell, I'm very excited. I'm probably gonna throw a GoPro up here. We're gonna have a driver instructor with us just to kind of, I opted for it just so he can kind of help push us in certain areas where we're lacking because we're not a pro driver. I'm so excited. This track layout is awesome. So I'm gonna give you guys a lot of this raw footage of the track experience and enjoy. I'm gonna interrupt today's video to say thank you to our sponsor, Upstart. You guys have heard me talk about Upstart before in the past, but today I'm gonna remind you again why they are a great option if you are looking to make some large purchases or pay off some debt. Upstart goes beyond traditional credit scores when assessing your credit worthiness. When you're young, it's really difficult to have a good credit score, or if you're older, you don't have the best credit score, that can haunt you for a pretty long time, and Upstart is there to help you out. They reward you based on things like your job history, your education background, things of that nature to help build you a smarter interest rate. Upstart understands that people are more than just a credit score. That's why they make it simple, quick, and super easy to check your rate. And the best part is, since it's a soft pull, it doesn't affect your credit score. Once your loan is approved and accepted, most people get their funds the very next business day. Over 400,000 people have used Upstart to help pay off credit card debt, student loans, house loans, anything of that nature. Upstart is great for people who are young and are thinking about making a large purchase. I always say that I wish when I was younger I knew about Upstart early on because it could have helped me out a lot. So guys, go to upstart.com/TJ Hunt or click the link down below in the description to see why they are ranked #1 in their category. Within a few minutes, you'll be able to find out your rate today and move forward with farther steps. Thank you so much for Upstart for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get back to it.
Okay, so TJ is showing you guys like angles from inside the car, but I obviously am not on the track. So there's like this little lookout tower you can walk up on, but I gotta walk across the track in order to get there, and I have to make sure that there's no like cars in the way or anything because, you know, we don't want to get run over. So I'm gonna wait to do that. And then also there's like this big lookup building up there that actually has a really cool view, and like it's insane. You know what, actually I'll just bring you guys there right now. You have a full view of the track. You guys can see the houses lined up there. And I wish you guys could see. If I zoom in, you probably won't be able to see, but they each have their own little balcony that just literally overlooks the entire track.
Before we head out today, we are doing some rollers with Tyler and some boys that we just met. They're doing roller shots out of a back of an Urus in the neighborhood roads of Thermal.
What a flex.
What a flex. Of the whole entire track experience, which was amazing. It was so much fun. I'll talk about how the car felt in just a little bit, but we have a service traction control and service our brakes, which I saw that coming from a mile away. But oh, he's getting hosed.
Oh God.
Travis is driving in the dirt and he's just getting annihilated.
Oh my gosh, this poor kid. This poor Urus.
This is so beautiful. I had to show you guys. Look at the bottom of the mountain and then look up at the top. Look at the snow on the top. Wow. Okay, so we have a 2-hour drive back home, and while like the blood is still pumping, kind of want to just word vomit how this car was, and I'll talk more about it later. I probably did close to like 50 laps, and I also had one of the lead driving instructors drive it, and we pretty much agreed on the same consensus. Its number one thing that you feel on the track is the brakes. The brakes on this car is the Z51 upgrade. The brakes are phenomenal. We were driving with our buddy Tyler in his R8, and we were also driving with a few 570s. The brakes on the Corvette performed better than the brakes on the 570 and the brakes on the R8. Both of them within a few laps would just totally have brake fade, and I kept going strong. The car handles really well, but the biggest thing stock from the car that's holding you back are the tires, and that's very obvious. They're just PS4S tires, but you can really feel the car pivoting when you go through like high speed and high corners. You can just feel the back starting to walk out. And we had a full team there teching the car as well, and they were adjusting tire pressures throughout the whole entire day, keeping it about 29, 30 degrees hot. And it's still like, you could definitely feel you need way more grip. Tires would go a very long way in this car, which is an obvious statement. Power feels good all the way. It being naturally aspirated, you don't ever get like heat soak or anything. I never once felt the car was lacking in power, or once it got hot would peak in power. Temperatures on this car were phenomenal. I mean, the car, when it's cool, driving on the freeway, my temperatures are like 180, both for oil and coolant. And on the track, when I was literally hot lapping like crazy, they were around, my temperature never really exceeded on coolant like 200, and my oil temp was about 220, which is like middle ground on this car. This car is great. I enjoyed every second of it. Track mode was phenomenal. So much fun. So I've never had that much fun on a car before on the grip, like never, which, dude, it was great. And everyone was pretty impressed with how it was handling, and the fact that I was trailing behind Supercars and they were letting me go by. Granted, they weren't like professional drivers, maybe their line was crap, which a lot of it was. I at least had an instructor go with me. I was like, yeah, run me through like 5 laps, show me the lines. I was able to figure it out, but 10 out of 10. And this car is completely fine. We're driving home, all those old service lights went away, no one's around on the track anymore, and cars 100%. Driving at home from the track, cannot complain. All right, so we just got back to the shop, and I would be filming this inside the garage, but the boys are doing a live stream, and I don't want to disrupt it. His tires got pretty chewed up. Got some good wear out of them. We're gonna be throwing new wheels on this car any day now. It's just a matter of when they get done at HRE, and then we're gonna put some better tires on here because these are kind of crap. Like I said, that was like the weakest point of the whole entire session today, was just the tires, but the brakes held up pretty good. Now driving home, I can kind of feel that the rotors are warped and there's like a stutter in the brakes, and you kind of get on it, which kind of sucks. All that stuff's pretty easy to replace, but car held up great. One thing I noticed too, which I thought was pretty interesting, is when we were on the track, once the exhaust and once the car just got really hot, and once the cats got super hot, the car was burbling so much more than it does just driving around town. You guys know how much I love that. I'm like a little kid about it, but when the car got super hot, it's just like non-stop burbling in every gear, and it sounded really rad. I liked to hear that today. So we're gonna put this away and we're gonna take the truck home because we're preparing for the apocalypse of the Corona. All right, Sabrina and I just went to the store and stocked up on some essentials. If you guys have not done that yet, definitely do it. Who knows if any of this Corona stuff, we don't know if it's gonna be as bad as the media says it is, but it's always best to err on the side of safety, which is why we've got extra gas, water, dog food, all the works. And it's gonna make these vlogs very interesting because they shut down everything. I mean, they can't shut down the shop because there's only a few of us in there. I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting. We'll see how it plays out. But you guys can expect some expertise vlog content every day. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the driving footage. I did the best I could with the angle, and I left it pretty raw because why not? Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, and keep moving forward.